In the backcourt, Ryan Russell with Brendan Haywood back in the starting lineup, and Kwame Brown, who had an excellent game last night following a very strong preseason. The more dealt with the step, rejected by Brown. Brown had 4 blocks last night.
Think about what he just did, Kwame Brown. He was on the offensive boards at that end trying to score. Then he hassles the dribbler at half court. Then he runs back and gets the block shot at this end of the floor. Not bad.
The 3-on-1 for the Celtics. Pierce back for Dell, and rejected from behind by Kwame Brown. Jim O'Brien looking for a goaltend. Will not get that call.
I think Jim O'Brien feels that it was in the cylinder. Jack Anise, the official, is saying that it was not at the cylinder yet. It was still on its way up. What a way to run the ball down from behind for Kwame Brown. And if, in fact, it is in the cylinder, it is a goaltend.
Plus, he's not a range shooter, a three-point shooter, so it doesn't open up the floor for Jordan and Stackhouse. It makes it a lot easier to congest the lane.
Kwame Brown showing the touch. That's his first field goal. 20 years old, the first high school player. Field goal. 20 years old, the first high school player ever selected with the first overall pick in the draft. Had a very long first year. Doug Collins telling us how he has matured and has played very well. Here's Walker. Rebounded by Baker, and it's knocked out of his hands by Brown.
He's just so much more involved and active than he was a year ago. He was lost last year. He didn't know where he was. He knew he didn't belong in the NBA. He didn't understand how hard you have to work in practice. He didn't understand the demands that are placed on the #1 pick, but he's certainly showing you why they took him #1.
Well, high school kids always do and make the mistake that they're trying to think they're going to make an impact. He needs to mature. As Doug Collins told us before the game, you can't rush maturity in this league. People forget. Kobe Bryant struggled early. Kevin Garnett struggled early. There was no need to think that Kwame Brown was going to be ready for NBA effective play coming right in last year.
If you ask people, what did Kobe average his first year? I mean, they go 15, 16 points. He averaged 7 points a game his first year in the NBA.
I remember Doug Collins at a practice last season, when we asked him about Kwame Brown, he said, well, he's in excellent condition. Shot clock to 6. Walker. Kwame Brown can the first time for the Celtics. He got it off. It counts. Yes, sir.
To look off the defense, throw the lob. I think if he would play with renewed passion,
what a pass from Laettner, handled by Brown. Oh, we are seeing a Kwame Brown that we have not seen before in the NBA. 7 points, 2 rebounds, 4 block shots. And he's come up. Brown able to come up with the ball.
Here's exactly what we talked about before as Kwame faces up and shoots the jumper and hits it. We said when Michael puts it on the floor or is in the low post, help comes. As a result, your big people get on the offensive boards.
Wizards by 11.
Eric Williams wide open in the corner. That's a good shot as we see Kwame Brown follow up on the dunk. And then you see Walker take a contested three. The only really good three to Eric Williams, who just made a three-point shot.
Brown with a nice fake. Yes, and it counts. The fake committed the team who was called for the foul, and Kwame Brown heads back to the line.
There you see the poise of this youngster. He said himself, it's just a matter of a year going by, me becoming more mature, more confident, understanding, and playing with that confidence. You never would have seen him take it off the dribble, stop, pump fake a year ago, step underneath and believe he could kiss it in and go to the line for 3.
This has developed into a career game for Kwame Brown, and I think we're just seeing the early stages. And the threat has checked in for the first time for the Celtics. Jordan lost his balance, but got it to Brown. Good recovery by Michael Jordan.
Court awareness, understanding where everybody is, the athleticism and ability to fight through the stumbling, the double team, and still pick out an open team.
This is Bremer, guarded by Jordan. Pierce.
I mean, what should I do right now?
I'll fire up the 3. Walker on the rebound. rejected by Brown. That's number 6. And here's Kwame. Yes! It has been a magnificent night for the 20-year-old Kwame Brown. Standing ovation.
Marv, as they came off the floor, Michael Jordan looked over at Antoine Walker, and I saw Michael mouth to him, "I told you." And he was referring to Kwame Brown, who we see block the shot and then run the floor, get to the spot, and then Stackhouse throws back behind him, and Kwame knocks it down. Jordan gave Antoine Walker the look, the nod of assurance that we got a good young one here.
Stackhouse had an outstanding year, and here comes Ron Dixon. Crowd responding. Kwame Brown. So Kwame with 20 points.
You have to love the athleticism of this youngster right here. He saw the opening rather than settle for.
Comfortable coming off here, an adjustment, trying to find your rhythm and the flow as soon as you step on the floor. 22 minutes, 21 points, looks like a founder.
Brown, who had a career night, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 6 block shots. His previous high was 14 points, and his previous high in terms of rejections was 5. He had tonight, and Michael is alongside Cheryl.